Hey guys, this is Robin Williams coming to you from AskRobinWilliams.com, and I wanted to do this quick video because I wanted to do what I like to do best, and that is to teach you ways that we can make internet marketing easier. And one of the ways I want to do that is to show you a few things on Facebook that have changed, and that as a result, you're going to need to change some of the things that you do differently on Facebook. And these are going to make your life easier, and it's going to make you more efficient at what you do on Facebook. So let's head over to Facebook really quickly, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. I'm going to focus mainly on two areas. Number one, and both of these have to do with building your list. So one is all about the list function as it relates to confirming friends on Facebook, and the other one has to do with groups because the group function has changed with Facebook. I'm going to try and keep this video as short as I can, but if it goes a little past the time frame that I've set for myself, I'll chop it into two videos, and that way you can watch two. But anyway, let's get started. As we all know, Facebook has become a behemoth, and I think currently we have about 550 million users worldwide that are on Facebook, and those users are said to be on Facebook anywhere between 45 to an hour each and every day. And that's awesome for those of us who are marketers because we realize that it is growing, and it certainly is an awesome place for us to market. So now let's talk about how we can make our time on Facebook more effective by utilizing these two things that I'm going to tell you about right now. The first thing is lists. As you go into your friends, when you go in to confirm your friends, I hope each and every one of you are confirming your friends, but at the same time putting them in a list. The reason you want to do that is several fold. Number one reason you want to do it is because you want to have some form of way of filtering information. What I mean by that is if I come up here to the news feed, this is going to give me basically information from everyone that I'm connected to. And I'm connected right now to about 3,500 people. Actually, 4,500 people. So anyway, this is a news feed, the regular news feed. However, if you group your friends into lists, several lists when they come to you as friends, then you'll be able to filter the information so that you only see information for the people you put in that list. For example, I have a list here that's considered what I consider a local list. These are all the people who are located here in the Florida area. So if I want to know what's happening with the people here in my local community, what they're posting about, what they're talking about, then this is the list I'm going to go to, and it's going to filter out everyone else who's not associated with Florida. So this could be good for if you're putting together a list for, say, for instance, a personal friend, people you've gone to college with, or roommates, or friends and family. You can put them in one list so that they're not seeing, so that way you're seeing information that's just related to your personal friends. Or you can certainly group people in different business-related categories as well. So number one, this is good for filtering information, and it's always good to filter information because a lot of times we get bombarded with information on Facebook anyway. So if you create some categories, those categories could be people that you admire, that you respect, who provide a lot of value. It could be people that you're marketing to. Whatever it is, you want to put them in groups so that you can filter information, and you can also be more efficient with the information that you're looking at. The second reason you want to put people in groups is because when it's time for you to start posting information to people, instead of posting it to them one at a time, if you put them in a list, it's a lot easier to do that. So let me show you how you would go about doing that. Let's go back up here to friends. And the first, let me show you, if I were to confirm this young lady right here, when you confirm a friend, it gives you the opportunity to add to a list. So let's just say for this young lady, I'm going to put her in this list right here. So I put her in the list, and she's in that list. So now when it becomes time to create, say, an event, when you go to create an event, what you want to be able to do is, when you create an event, it gives you the opportunity to select guests. When you select your guests for whatever event you're planning or whatever event that's coming up, you want to be able to select a whole list of people that are on a list versus having to click on individual names. And that may not be important when you only are connected to 100 people, or if you're only connected to 200 people, because it may not take very many clicks. But once you're connected to, like I am, 4,500 people, there's no way I would sit here and click on 4,500 people. So you want to make your time on Facebook as efficient as possible. So instead of clicking individually on these people, what happens is you get this box over here where you can filter friends, and you can select the list of people that you want to choose. Now, the only caveat here is make sure you don't put too many people in a list, because if you have a lot of people in your list, it might slow your browser down, freeze your browser up as Facebook is trying to load up all those people. So you don't want to put too many people in a list. So for instance, if I go back to that local, I want to create an event for the local people. All these people are here, and so you're viewing 33 people from my local list. I'll say select all, and all of these people are now selected. I can say close. I can create my event for the local people that are here that I want to market to, and that way I don't have to individually select on all of those people. So that's the second reason why you want to be able to put people in lists. And it's really just all about, number one, as I always say, trying to make things a lot easier for you when you are marketing on Facebook, and keeping in mind trying to be efficient with your time. And then the last reason why you want to do this is just so that you're targeting the people that you're targeting on Facebook is more effective too. I mean, you know the conversations that you're having with people, you know what your prospecting is all about. So you want to put people in different lists for those different reasons. And then the last thing that I want to share with you is that as you are adding friends to a list, another cool function that Facebook has implemented is a function that's called suggested friends. So here, as we are on and the way you get here is you just come over to your account and select edit friends, and it's going to bring you to this page where you're going to have all your friends, basically your friend requests, phone books, and sort of thing. So now let's say, for instance, I wanted to, let's go to my local, since we've been working with them. As I come to my local friends, Facebook is going to put up a box over here that says suggested friends for this list. And what it does is it has some form of algorithm that they're developing that's going to give you some suggestions as people that you should put in this list based on the people that are already in this list, which is really cool. I mean, Facebook is just phenomenal in the way that it's going to help us to market better and to target better. So then if I like, these are people who I'm already befriended with, and they may already be in a different list, but if I want to add these people over to this list, this gives me a cool way of doing it based on the suggestions that Facebook has put forth. Another way to be able to add people to a list in a quick fashion is to be able to select this button here that says Add Multiple. When you open that up, it's going to bring you a ton of people. This may also slow down your browser a bit because it's going to pull up these 34 that are already in the list, but in addition, it's going to pull up all the people that are not in this list that you can put in this list if you want to put additional people in this list. So you can see these are a whole bunch of other people that I'm connected to, a few thousand people that are not in this list, and I can look through this list and see whether or not there's anyone else I want to add to it. As you can see, the ones that I've chosen that are blue already tells me that this person is already in my local list. So I can look through this list, and if there's anyone else I want to add to this list, this gives me a way of adding them quickly without going one by one when I'm presenting them as friends. So you can do it either way, but the whole key here, again, is to be able to make your marketing efforts and your targeting efforts on Facebook more effective and more efficient by utilizing these list functions. So that's the first part I want to go over. And now the second part I'm going to go over, which I will slice this into 2 videos because we're right around 9 minutes now, and that is the groups function. These two functions go hand in hand in my view because this is also another way of being able to effectively target. These two groups here, this is another way of being able to effectively target people we want to market to. So I'm going to continue that over on the next video.